I dared to try 15 self-improvement habits, as if I had turned my life into an experiment. I was the test subject, a vision board in one hand, a trembling hope in the other, and a head full of doubts. What happened wasn't magic. It was something better, a quiet, deep, real transformation. I didn't change overnight. I changed one decision at a time, one habit at a time. Let me share them with you. Habit 1, make your bed. I used to think it was a waste of time, just something neat freaks do. But I tried it, first for a week, then a month. Now it's a non-negotiable part of my day. Because making the bed isn't just straightening sheets. It's sending a powerful message to your mind. I'm in charge today, not laziness. It's a micro victory that sets the tone for everything else. Suddenly skipping the gym felt like betraying myself. Leaving dirty dishes, not an option anymore. Not because I became obsessive, but because I realized, when you control your space, you raise your standards. Later, you walk past your bed, and without saying a word, it whispers back, you showed up for yourself today. A made bed, a mind in motion. Habit 2, read the Bible and pray. Before letting the world speak to me, I decided to listen to God. Before opening TikTok or YouTube, I opened it for my mom. Just 10 minutes. Sometimes more. Sometimes one single verse hit me so hard it felt too true to ignore. And then, silence. Not from lack of words, but out of reverence. Something eternal had just touched my soul. Then came prayer. Sometimes it flowed like sincere gratitude. Other times, it was just a broken whisper. Lord, I can't today. Please help me. That small habit held me tighter than any productivity hack ever could. The Bible gave me direction. Prayer gave me peace. Together, they became my invisible anchor. They didn't make me invincible, but they made me unshakable. Habit 3, wake up before the world. Waking up at 9 sounds fine, until you realize you're already 3 hours behind the life you could be building. I used to roll out of bed late, mind foggy, heart racing, feeling like I was already losing a race I hadn't even started. Worst part? My day was always a reaction, not a decision. But it's not about waking up at 5 a.m. or to run marathons. It's about something deeper. Waking up before the noise, before the phone rings, before the world demands from you, just you, the silence, and a blank canvas. That sacred stillness where you can think, breathe, reconnect. The world is still asleep, but you've already woken up inside. It's not a strategy, it's a form of self-respect. Habit 4, walk without your phone. Go for a walk without your phone. No music, no podcasts, no distractions. Just you, the breeze, the sound of leaves underfoot, and maybe that squirrel watching you like it knows all your secrets. At first it feels awkward. Your hand reaches into your pocket by habit. Your mind looks for something to do, but then you remember, there are no screens here, just you and the real world. And right there in that apparent boredom, that's when the magic begins. Thoughts untangle, ideas appear, decisions become clear. Some of my best ideas didn't come from books or inspirational videos. They came 15 minutes into a quiet, peaceful walk with no noise but my own mind slowly organizing itself. Habit 5, 1 hour of deep work. This habit didn't just change how I work, it changed who I am when I work. They call it deep work, but don't be fooled. It's not about working longer. It's about working with soul. Before this, I'd spend 5 hours pretending to be productive, jumping between tabs, checking my phone, starting without finishing. Now I block 1 hour, a sacred hour, where distractions are illegal. Just one thing, one commitment, one result. In those 60 minutes of pure focus, I get more done than in an entire scattered afternoon. Because when you work with intention, you don't just do more. You become someone who honors their time and their talent. Habit 6, lift weights. I'm not a gym guy. I don't yell, "Let's go" between sets. I don't drink protein shakes with weird names. But there's something almost spiritual about walking into a room full of iron and challenging gravity with your own hands. At first, I lifted out of ego, out of insecurity, out of a need to impress a mirror that doesn't lie. But eventually that changed. It stopped being about appearance and became about presence. Each rep turned into an affirmation. I'm here. I'm strong. I'm pushing forward, even when it hurts. Lifting weights doesn't just build muscle, it builds discipline. It teaches you to show up when you don't feel like it, to push when your whole body wants to quit, to hold the weight and still stand tall. Habit 7, stay hydrated. Sometimes you think you're sad, tired, or unfocused, but really you're just dehydrated. I realized that the day I started drinking water, like my life depended on it. Because in a way, it does. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning became a ritual, a way of saying, I'm here, I've got you, let's do this. And that small act sparked a quiet transformation. Goodbye mental fog. Goodbye energy crashes. Goodbye that constant sense of being off without knowing why. Our brains are like electric sponges. Without water, they can't think, feel, or function properly. Turns out most of my problems weren't emotional. They were just thirst. Habit 8, read 10 pages a day. I didn't start reading to become smarter. I started because I felt like my attention belonged to everyone but me. Social media, notifications, endless noise, all designed to make you react, not think. So I tried something small, 10 pages a day, no pressure, no goals, just 10 pages. At first it felt weird. The silence of a book isn't like the chaos of a feed. But page by page, my mind started waking up again, thinking deeper, imagining more, slowing down. Reading isn't entertainment, it's training, a daily investment in the person you're becoming. Habit 9, journaling. I didn't write anything brilliant, I just wrote what was real. Sometimes journaling felt like screaming in silence, like opening a window in a messy mind. It wasn't always pretty. Sometimes it was chaotic, rambling, ugly, but it worked. Journaling became soul maintenance, a place to unload all the things I didn't say, didn't understand, didn't want to feel. I'd start anxious and finish aligned. I didn't write to be read. I wrote to listen to myself, with no interruptions, no algorithms, no outside noise. And in that quiet space, I found honesty and freedom. Habit 10, keep one promise to yourself. You don't have to promise yourself the world. Just one small thing, and keep it. No Instagram before 10 a.m. Drink water before coffee. Clean up before I relax. Tiny, almost silly things, but when you keep them, you send a powerful message to your mind. I can trust myself. And that changes everything. Because when you break promises to yourself, you chip away at your confidence. Your motivation fades. Your goals drift further away. But when you follow through, even in the smallest way, something inside you wakes up. That's what I call inner gravity, the quiet energy that pulls you toward your best self. Habit 11, learn to say no. I was a people-pleasing expert. Quick yes, forced smile, a calendar full of commitments that weren't mine. Help move a couch at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday? I was there. Lunch when my brain was begging for rest? I said yes anyway. I said yes out of guilt, out of fear, out of a quiet need to be liked, until I learned every soulless yes is a no to my well-being. So I started saying no, not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. My energy isn't infinite, and my peace isn't for sale. And here's what I discovered. The people who respected my no were the only ones who truly deserved my yes. Habit 12, eat whole foods. I didn't change my diet to fit in. I changed it because I was tired. Tired of living in a body that felt sluggish, inflamed, like it didn't belong to me. Every time I chose real food, I wasn't just feeding my body. I was healing my relationship with myself. Eating clean isn't a trend. It's a declaration. Today, I choose to care, not punish. No one tells you how much food affects your mind, but you'll feel it. When you stop eating garbage, you stop thinking like garbage. Your mind clears, your emotions settle, your willpower stops fighting the fridge at midnight. Now I don't eat to control myself. I eat to respect myself. Habit 13, clean space, clear mind. Your environment isn't just where you live, it's what you become. My room was a reflection of my mind, cluttered, chaotic, overwhelmed, and I wondered why I felt so lost. Here's the truth. Messy space, messy mind. You can meditate, journal, drink green juice, but if peace has nowhere to sit, it won't stay. So I started cleaning, not for looks, for sanity. Every item I tossed, every drawer I organized, it was like telling my subconscious, I don't want to live like this anymore. And slowly, my mind cleared too. Habit 14, speak to yourself with respect. For years, I spoke to myself like my worst critic. You're useless. You always mess things up. Why can't you just be better? And then I wondered why I was so unmotivated, why my self-esteem was on the floor. Until I realized your inner voice is the narrator of your life, and you can't live a powerful story if the narrator hates the protagonist. So I made a shift. If life was already hard, I wasn't going to be my own enemy. I started speaking to myself like someone I cared about, patient, kind, encouraging. And slowly my inner critic became a coach, one that didn't demand perfection, but expected effort and growth. Habit 15, daily reminder. No one's coming to save you. No mentor, no magical friend, no shortcut. No one's coming to save you. You're the hero and the rescue team. When I finally understood that, everything changed. I stopped waiting. I started showing up. I stopped delegating my destiny. I grabbed the wheel. Because the moment you stop saying when someone discovers me is the moment your real transformation begins. The world doesn't need more people waiting for validation. It needs people who believe in themselves so deeply, the world has no choice but to catch up. And that's why every single day I remind myself, you're not stuck. You're in process. You're not a victim. You're the author. You have the pen. Write the next chapter.